Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Keeping Fish Simple. So in today's video, we are going to be getting some new surprise fish. These are like something that kind of only popped into my head within the last 24 hours and I'm super bored right now, so we're actually going to start it. So today we're going to be getting some neon tetras, and the reasoning is I'm actually going to start to breed them. So my local fish store guy was talking to me yesterday, and while I was just getting some food and all that kind of stuff, and he was saying that all of his, because of this, obviously this virus, all of his suppliers are slowing down, so he's not getting in any neon tetras or stuff like that. So I had the idea to start to help him out, and I'm actually going to breed a bunch of them up for him so he can keep selling them to our local city. So today we're going to be picking up a couple of them. We're going to pick out some males and females and obviously get the fat juicy ones, and we can start to breed them. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. So obviously the fish room's actually chocked full of stuff at the moment. We have just taken all the baby angelfish out of this aquarium and put some of my dwarf neon rainbows in here. So these are almost at the size where I'm going to grow them up and start to sell them again. But there's a big thing in there. I'm going to try and breed them again. And then I've moved all of the angelfish fry into this aquarium. So these are all my like juveniles. This is definitely overstocked. There's like 200 in here. So this is getting daily water changes now. We needed to do this just to make room in the other room. So this is the tank that I cleaned out. This is going to be used for the neon tetras. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the group of neon tetras in here, and then I'm going to use this breeding box which has some dwarf neon rainbow babies. I'm going to use that to actually breed. So I can take a pair out of there and I can put them in here and get some eggs and put them back in and keep doing that just like we did with the Danio. So should be pretty cool, but without any further ado, let's go to the pet store and pick them up. Okay, so I just picked up the neon tetras. I picked up 10, so I'm going to put them into the main part of the aquarium. We're going to have to fatten them up, and I've also got to start an infusoria kit. I need something to feed the babies when I get them. So they all look healthy. They obviously need to, there's like no rotten fins or anything like that, but they all need to get a big feed. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm just going to take them home and start to acclimate them. Okay, so we're now back home and we've got the neon tetras in this bag, and they're going to go into this aquarium. So we're going to do a drip acclimation, which is super easy. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly drip water from this aquarium down to here and acclimate them that way. Now, a lot of people like to float the bag in the aquarium and then introduce them, but this is definitely a lot safer and a lot easier to do. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so we've just set that up, and as you can see, so it's just, what it is it's just dripping water into the bucket. So you can see like how much it's dripping, and that basically is going to get to like about this height, and then I'm going to be able to scoop all the fish out and put them into the aquarium. So that's going to make sure that these guys don't get stressed, and pretty much we don't want them to get stressed because then they'll die or they won't eat and stuff like that. So we want to make this transition as easy as possible for them, and then we can start to feed them and all that kind of stuff, because these guys are pretty skinny. So I'd really like to get a little bit more food into them before I start breeding them, because we've got to get them all ready to start breeding. And yeah, so we'll just check up on them in an hour, but I'm also going to start up an infusoria kit because that's going to take a week before it's ready. Okay, so they've just about finished acclimating now, so I'm going to stop the tube and let it run out, and then I'm going to get the fish. I'm going to actually empty the bucket because I don't want to add any of the aquarium store's water into mine. So I'm going to use a net to catch all of the neons out, and then I'm going to put them into the aquarium. So I'll be back in a sec. So they're all in here. Obviously they are very finicky right now. They've just been stressed out, and yeah, so I'm gonna add some antifungal remedy just as a quarantine measure to make sure that these guys don't get any fin rot or anything like that. So that's just part of the quarantine. But yeah, we'll check up on these guys in a couple of hours and see how they're going. Okay, so it's been like a couple more hours now, and these guys have colored up and they've settled in. Now, they've actually settled in pretty decently. These guys have very good color. They're not as skinny as I thought they were, so they're actually in pretty decent condition. I've checked them all out, and none of them have any like rotten fins or any stuff like that. And they all seem to be behaving normally. So if you're wondering, along the bottom is just a bunch of hair algae. It really doesn't bother me. They like to nibble on it, and I can just take it out whenever I want. So it doesn't really matter. But This tank will be getting a few cleans over the next week or so. I'll be making sure the water quality is as good as I can make it.
And then the plan is to get these guys on some baby brine shrimp tomorrow. So I've got a batch going now. And then I'm basically going to try and get them to eat as much baby brine shrimp and give them as many pellets and all that kind of stuff as possible, because I really want them to get as fat and as healthy as possible, and then I can start breeding them. So that's going to be the plan for now. And then when I want to breed them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by putting some Indian almond leaves in here. And that's pretty much going to drop the pH a bunch. And then hopefully I'm going to try and as well also drop the temperature and do a big water change. And then I'm going to move a pair into this little bucket, like I said before, this little hang-on breeder box. And the idea is that when they hop in here, those conditions hopefully will mimic a rainfall in the Amazon, and then they should start to lay some eggs. So we'll see how it goes, but as you can see, they are a very beautiful fish, one of my favorite fish that I've ever kept. I haven't actually kept these guys for about 4 or 5 years, I think, so it's really cool to get them again. I forgot what they looked like, and they're a really good community fish. So hopefully Brisbane gets quite a few of these guys. After I start working on them, I can get quite a few hundred of them out into the market, and yeah, it should be pretty fun. So thank you so much everyone for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.